Happy Hump Day. This Wednesday marks the midweek point of Passion Week, Holy Week, a week in which the Christian church remembers Good Friday and celebrates God's plan of redemption and salvation as fulfilled through his Son, Jesus Christ. Easter is the celebration of the church. It's a time in which we celebrate all that God has done for us through his Son, Jesus Christ. In the past, Easter means full sanctuaries, children dressed in their Sunday best, extended families gathering together for a meal, celebrating that Christ has risen. He has risen indeed. And yet, Easter this year will look different for so many. And though it looks different, our joy should still be just as enthusiastic. Our joy should be just as full as any other Easter. Several weeks ago, in a message, I shared John 16, verse 33. These words are words that Jesus shared with his disciples just prior to being betrayed, just prior to making his way into Jerusalem, just prior to his crucifixion. He said, I give you these words so that you too may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome this world. In these words, Jesus makes two promises. One, he promises to his followers, to his disciples, that they will have troubles. He never promises them that they will have some sort of comfy, cozy lives. But rather, he makes them aware that as followers of Jesus Christ, they will have trials and they will have struggles. And two, he promises them, or he encourages them to be courageous. And he gives them this picture of hope, and he reminds them that he has overcome this world. He has been victorious over this world. To overcome this world, Jesus is saying he's faced every struggle, he's endured every type of trial that you and I have encountered. And yet he was victorious over those trials. He was victorious over death itself. This is what we celebrate at Easter. But this is not the only hope given in this passage. For if we go just a few verses prior to verse 32, Jesus says this to his disciples, a time has coming and has already come in which you will be scattered each to your own home. You will leave me alone, yet I am not alone, for my Father is with me. I find it interesting that the original Good Friday, that the original Easter time, the disciples find themselves scattered. They take off from the Garden of Gethsemane terrified when Jesus is arrested, and they leave him alone. They enter into their homes in a sense of self-isolation to stay safe, and Jesus is left alone. Yet he says, I am not alone, for my Father is with me. I wonder, as we remember Good Friday, as we celebrate Easter in the coming days ahead, that we too would remember, as we are self-isolated and in our homes, that we too would take comfort that we're not alone, but that our Heavenly Father is with us. May we remember that Jesus never promised comfy, cozy lives, but rather he reminded us that we would face trials and struggles. But may we remember the hope that we have, that Jesus Christ has overcome these trials and struggles through his death and his resurrection. Let's celebrate that this Easter. In Jesus Christ, we have hope for the everyday. I trust you enjoyed this hope for Hump Day. Blessings.